Okay, today is not a particularly nice day outside. I don't really feel like going for a super long ride, so instead we're going to learn how to do foot plants. Now, foot plants is kind of a old school BMX trick. Not really old school, but it's just a BMX trick. You don't really see many people on mountain bikes do them. It's simply when you place your foot on the ground and your bike leaves the ground. They're fun to do and I don't know, pretty easy to learn once you get the hang of it. So I'm gonna go try to find a cool little bank to teach you how to do foot plants on. There aren't any prerequisites to learning how to do a foot plant, but if you know how to do a 180 on a quarter pipe and a 1 footer in the air, that will definitely help out. I happen to like foot plants because it's one of the few tricks where you don't have to remove many limbs from the bike, so it's relatively safe to learn. Cool, I think that's a good spot. To learn foot plants, it's easiest if you find a pretty steep bank. The steeper the bank, the easier it is. Like the more assistance you have to like throw your bike up in the air, the easier the foot plant will be. For example, if you're trying to do a foot plant on flat ground, you have to do all the lifting by yourself and it's really hard to lift the bike, and I don't even know if I could even come close to doing a foot plant on flat ground. So I guess I can do foot plants kind of on flat ground, but definitely not that much fun. I think you can see that like on a small bank like this, you have to work a lot harder to get a foot plant. So that's why it's really beneficial to find like a 5 foot tall bank that's pretty steep. It makes doing the foot plant a lot easier. So steeper banks are easier to learn foot plants on, but at the same time, steep banks can be a little bit more intimidating to try foot plants on. So another thing that helps with doing foot plants is using a bike that's small. A dirt jumper, if you don't know, that's a hardtail mountain bike that's meant for riding skate parks and dirt jumps. It's not really meant to ride mountain bike trails, but it's still in the mountain bike category of bikes. I don't know. Bike categories get messy. If you have an even smaller bike, like a BMX bike, that will be even easier to learn foot plants on. So the big thing with foot plants is you want to hop into the foot plant. You don't want to just put your foot on the ground and then lift your bike. You want to jump up in the air and then kind of slap the ground with your foot and then jump back onto your bike. Now when you approach your bike, you want to be pedaling at a pretty good speed, enough that you can at least get up the bank. The faster you go, the easier it will be. At the same time, if you go too fast, you will slip out when you go to place your foot. Just be careful and try experimenting with a few different speeds and see what works. Once you learn foot plants, you'll be doing them pretty much everywhere. I don't see many mountain bikers doing them on mountain bikes because mountain bikes are a little bit more cumbersome. Now, foot plants don't really have a purpose, they're just fun to do, and mountain biking is supposed to be fun, so that's why I do them, and that's why you should too. It's getting pretty windy out here, and my hands are starting to freeze on me, so I'm gonna call that a day. That's how you do a foot plant. If you have any questions about this trick, let me know in the comments below. As always, my name is Phil Metz. Thanks for playing bikes with me today, and I'll see you next time.